how are you guys? Today, I'm back here with another video again today. I was originally going to talk about the Sayaka stuff today, but I think I'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll probably be done with Sayaka for a little bit, until he comes back and does another good spree of information. But that means we'll probably move back into speculation and stuff and talk about other stuff. But before we do that, the other night there was this video that's supposedly a leaked theme from a screening of Godzilla vs. Kong, supposedly from the credits, and the guy who posted it, he basically said that it's from a screening, and yeah, it's been up for a little bit now. It's gaining attention. The fact it's been up so long kind of already makes me not believe it. Supposedly, it's been taken down on Twitter by Warner Brothers. Because I actually asked him. I was actually asking him questions for evidence, and then he eventually quit talking to me and didn't really give me any evidence besides Warner Bros. Apparently took it down, which, you know, that's not really the best evidence, but we'll just go on ahead and give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll put the theme in the comments or in the description below if you guys want to hear it yourself. At the end, I'll talk about my thoughts on all of this, but I think you guys already have a pretty good idea how I feel. But people asked him what he saw in the film. So far, this is what he said. He said, movie opens on Skull Island, flashback during Ghidorah's alarm. Large skull crawlers wake up, and Kong performs a classic jawbreak move. Now, this, in case you don't know, is basically a scene from the novelization for King of the Monsters, where Ghidorah does his grand awakening call, you know, the Great Mass Awakening. He does his alpha call when all the Titans attack. There was a scene in the novelization that isn't in Godzilla vs. Kong, or in Godzilla King of the Monsters, where skull crawlers all start waking up and Kong has to start killing them, and he goes on the hunt. And you even see during King of the Monsters him off the map on the radar. People think he's swimming, but he's actually in the Hall of Earth fighting skull crawlers. So yeah, I could see that as possible. I could honestly logically see that being an opening. He said, humans test Mechagodzilla abilities unless they're Titans. He can absorb radiation from Titans, and it is his power source. He can use it against them. Godzilla and Kong meet in Hong Kong. Godzilla has a long roar. When Kong beats his chest, the ground shakes and glass from building shatters. There is much more to be said, but for now, keeping secrecy. Then he says, someone asked him if it was test screen. He said, yeah, it was a shortcut, about an hour and a half. Could tell some scenes were removed, but we'll probably be re-added. That's something that, you know, there's a lot of movies that have had test screens like that. So, I mean, that's not impossible, where they have, like, shortened versions shown. Someone asked if Kong win the final battle. He said, you'll see for yourself. Someone asked if the classic King Kong vs. Godzilla theme will be back in the movie. He says, in a way, sounds ancient and primal. And then he didn't talk for a bit, because apparently he lives around wherever, on the opposite side of the world. He said, there are more than 3 Titan interactions. And then someone asked about battles. He said, 2 in the day, 1 at night. 1 is a cloudy day fight. I'm assuming he means more like the battle that happened during the leaked footage, where Kong punches Godzilla. We've all seen it, where they're on the aircraft carrier. And the other is during a storm that clears up during the fight. The night fight is similar to Pacific Rim, vibrant, colorful. Interesting, because like I said that recently, could be where he got it from. And then if we keep scrolling, someone asked him about toy leaks. He said, I am unfamiliar with the toy leaks. The red top shield is where the absorbed radiation is weaponized and powered. Without the red shield, Mechagodzilla cannot release powerful burst. Has a charge up similar to Godzilla, but a red beam is used instead of blue. So he's basically Mechagodzilla is going to have a red beam, and he uses his spikes to absorb Titan's radiation to use as a weapon. This could make sense if you've seen the figure leaks. He kind of has these, he says it's like a nuclear reactor, and he kind of has these weird points that I could see absorbing radiation or something and weaponizing it. So it is something that I could logically see happening. If it is, it's a different question, but you know, I could definitely see it. Okay, so he says this one, Methlo is asking him about a fake Mechagodzilla being in the movie, and he said, "We know which is which, but that doesn't make it less entertaining. Mechagodzilla has a similar synthetic dermal layer, but you can tell it's not Godzilla. Titans cannot tell the difference until it's too late. At first, Mark Russell believed a second Godzilla awoke and broadcasting a mating call." So basically, he's saying that the Mechagodzilla is like a fake Godzilla, like it's actually Mechagodzilla, and he said basically that it tricks Titans and stuff, and even fools the humans to think that it's like another Godzilla mate calling. And we're gonna keep going. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It would be something that I could see Michael writing into the film since he rewrote it. And then someone asked if there's any big trailer shots we would see. He said, if I had to guess, an eerie Skull Island wildlife turmoil. Sorry, I just woke up. Houston Brooks gives dialogue about an ancient war that drove the old civilization to demise, and that war is part of our nature. A family seeing Godzilla swim from the tourist beach. That'd be cool. Maybe Mechagodzilla approaching Kong. Destruction sequences from Hawaii and Skull Island. Godzilla and Kong on a Monarch aircraft carrier. For me, the most powerful scene was Kong beating his chest and building glass shattering around him. A lot of that does seem like logical stuff we would see, or could see. Like it could happen. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, if he beats his chest and glass shatters. Someone asked about if his dorsal plates change. He says yes, there's more white in the blue and edges of the dorsal plates. Now, this is interesting because I'm going to have to double check, but we had, when the toy leaks came out the other day, there was a new image of Godzilla and Kong from the movie, and I believe in the image of Godzilla there was white in his blue, like when because his dorsal plates were lit up with like atomic breath, and he might be right about that. Not that he necessarily got that from like actually seeing the movie. He could have got that from that image, but that is something that maybe I didn't notice, but I think he might be right. Either way, it's still something to talk about. But then he said, is there anything else? Okay, he answers people kind of slowly, but he said, there's one really wow moment with Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla, but better to not have that one out public just yet. Mechagodzilla's energy attack is really incredible. He's very vague. That's a thing, too. He's very vague. But I asked him what the energy attack is. He said, similar to Godzilla, but red. The back of Mechagodzilla is essentially a nuclear reactor that converts Titan radiation to gamma radiation. All Titans are vulnerable to this weapon. Okay. I asked him more questions about fake Mechagodzilla, and if he was going to be fake Mechagodzilla, like fake Godzilla all movie, or if he was going to turn to a robot at some point. Because I was wondering if they would basically keep him dressed as Godzilla. If we believe this, let's just play devil's advocate here. If he was dressed up as Godzilla the whole movie, would they keep him like that the whole movie, try to make it more realistic for the general audience, and the toys are simply just like how he looks outside? And he told me, you can tell the difference between them. The actual Mechagodzilla is revealed a little over halfway. Hard to tell though, the screening was not a final product. Only about 1.5 hours. Mechagodzilla is fully robotic in the final battle. Alright. And then Methel asked about like the world serpent and stuff. He said no, there was not a world serpent. Just there was a different skullcrawler snake, but minor in terms of movie. He uses Translate too, I'm pretty sure, because I was trying to speak in Japanese with him. So this guy asked, I think Matt Phil asked how the final battle is going to play out. He says Hong Kong battle starts as a 1v1v1, then a 2v1, then Godzilla versus Kong for one last round. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think a lot of people, like I already saw people in Toho Kingdom, someone in Toho Kingdom not happy about that. If that was like true, they were like, "What's the point of making Godzilla versus and Kong fight?" But I mean, like, I think that'd be cool. You know, they would still be battling. It'd still be Godzilla versus Kong. Someone asked how tall Kong is. He said 110 meters plus. So basically, he's going against what Saika said at 90, which, you know, so it could change since Saika said. So someone asked more questions about the music, and he said a lot of the music was new, but may not be final product. Lots taken from 62 themes. Kong theme has a rolling drum sort of sound. I would describe music associated with Kong as thunderous. Apex theme is similar to the Philippine mine theme from 2014. Mechagodzilla had a march theme similar to 93. So basically his Heisei theme, which is actually a really good one. I won't lie. I think the Heisei theme would be a really cool one to see in the film. I think it's probably his most iconic one, other than a Showa. Maybe Millennium. The Ghidorah head is used to grow Titan tissue. A grown brain-like organ is used in Mechagodzilla, but Mechagodzilla can function without it. Ghidorah's tissue allows Mechagodzilla to absorb the radiation, resulting in a red glow. Keep in mind the brain and Ghidorah's head are separate. The Ghidorah head is used to grow Titan tissue. Okay, he's just repeating. My bad. It's like one of those YouTube glitches where they just show the same comment twice, I think, but Godzilla and Kong are the focus of the film. There are 12 Titans that will be seen. Some are familiar, some are not. It's not a complete screening, but I enjoyed what I saw. 7 out of 10 for the characters, 11 out of 10 for the monsters. And that's all he said so far, other than what he talked to me, but that's all he said. So, my thoughts on this, I don't believe it, personally. You know, I think there are elements of it that could be true, but that's just because he got them from, like, Saika and stuff, I believe. In fact, someone asked Saika about this leak, and Saika actually responded, and he said, it's probably not true. And while that might already sound like kind of a red flag, like, how do you not know? Saika has already said in the past how he doesn't know a lot of plot details because he's just a Toho worker, apparently. He only gets told stuff bit by bit at a time. Like, he's seen concept arts, and then people that he works with probably tells him about stuff. And he doesn't, like with King of the Monsters, he doesn't get to know a lot about the movie until he goes to the screenings, usually a few months prior. So, yeah, I can believe that. But all I'm going to say, personally, I don't believe it. It has some interesting information that I could see being real, especially with the whole Mechagodzilla's back used as a reactor to absorb radiation and spew it out in a red beam. I think that'd be cool to see. I think it could be logical too. But the theme itself, if you guys listen to it, it literally just sounds like it's the always sunset on 3rd Street theme. That Godzilla theme. It sounds just like that, just slowed down and lower pitch. It's a great theme, but I think that's basically what this is. I don't think it's really real. That, and if you really listen closely to the video, you can kind of hear the edits of people talking and stuff. You know, you can kind of hear where there's like a weird fade, and the music gets louder, yet the people kind of cut out for a bit and then come back in. So stuff like that kind of throws it off for me, but you know, so that's all for this video. I read all that. I'm going to film the Saika video now too, and then from there we'll just kind of go with some more speculation video stuff. I'll probably get a handful of videos filmed right now, so I can just post them throughout the week. So hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, please share and subscribe. If you're new around here, you know, maybe subscribe. Yeah. I have more videos talking about stuff with speculation or possible leaks and stuff. It's mostly fun to talk about them because a lot of leaks probably are fake. You know, King of the Monsters. Saika's the only one I trust right now, currently. Like full-heartedly, pretty much, because he's kind of proven to be true. So it's fun to talk about these ones though, because it brings up a discussion. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, as always, share, subscribe, and as always, peace. Bye bye.